What's up, everybody? Like I said, all summer long. We can't be thugging it out forever. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Gotta play some smooth something just on the picnic table.
What we're gonna do right here is
we're just chilling. You know what I'm saying? 35 and up, yo. That's sad. That includes us. I ain't 35 yet.
I'm trying to get in that party still.
You know.
I'm using fake ID to get to a 35 and up club.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's a little something smoother, man. They ain't gotta. We're doing a lot of hip hop, and somebody said, "Anthony, you don't do no R&B." So we're going.
Oh, they don't think you got an R&B bag. They said it, not me. They said it, not me.
IDK Sports Podcast. Hey man, I'm gonna do the copyright for this one. I can't get this off, right?
Yeah, nah.
I can't stop it.
Nah.
They know the song. How you go? Hey, we about to earn some old head followers off this one.
You wouldn't be wrong. And you wouldn't be wrong.
You would not be wrong. Oh man, I still can't tell who song this is.
Oh, that's
I said you should know that. Like I feel like if you don't know that, you shouldn't be on YouTube, right?
Oh. Time, bro.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys.
Yo,
my name is Anthony. It's my main man Kenny.
What's happening?
And you know what I'm saying? Catch us every Monday, 5 p.m. All podcast platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iHeart. Anywhere you get to your podcast, you can find IDK Sports Podcast. Look it up. Say, hey, Siri. Say, hey, Alexa. Say, anybody. Hey, Janelle.
Hey, you over there.
Hey, Bonquisha. Anybody. Whatever you got.
It's a wild AI name.
Whatever AI you got, and look up IDK Sports Podcast. You'll find us right there because this is your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment.
Thank you.
You know, getting right to it, man.
What are we doing?
Let's talk some sports stuff, right?
Okay.
Let's talk some. When I say sports, so let's talk like some stuff that's sports related.
That's what we are here to do.
that we haven't touched on yet. I kind of let it blow by. So let's talk about what's funny to me, right?
Okay.
I'm about to get messy.
You know what really grinds my gears?
About to get messy, yo. Your boy, I never seen somebody say they're taking a break from another job and be podcasting every day.
Oh, full time. That's exactly where we go. Exactly where we go.
Boy, that boy that had more interviews.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sabbatical
from ESPN
and still be working
and work every day. I mean, podcasts don't stop.
I say, what keeps the lights on, brother?
It is what it is. It's just, you know.
Hey, Potter ain't dead. Y'all just scared. In the words of Jeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
we gotta keep the lights on.
It's just that was funny to me. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, then hey, you don't know who I'm talking about. But it's just weird. That, like I noticed that because I follow, you know what I'm saying, the podcast.
Yeah.
And I noticed like every day I wake up, it's like the little blue marker that shows a new something that dropped.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be like a clip. Nah, it's a whole pod.
Yeah, the late night combo and
the regular pod.
And the regular pod. Both the joints are still up and running. Still be having guests, still be popping through. Hey, bro. Something got to keep the lights on, especially if things, are starting to shape up. Or there might be another, I'm not trying to get into another man's business here, but if things take a turn,
you need some bread.
You might need some bread. You might need a little nest egg money because they building their case. They building their case, and that rainy day soon comes for all of us,
bro. That's all I want to say about that. I just saw that and I said I want to get a little messy. I saw that, I was like, wow, bro. You really out here working.
Right, yeah, double
that man
time.
said, I need that money.
Double time. And not for nothing, his last pod did some numbers. I mean, like, it was only out for like what, 4 or 5
the
days.
guest? The one with
comedian.
Oh. Yeah.
They're doing already up to like over 1 million views.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? How sometimes things pull in full circle, and I don't want to stay on it too much longer. But you started the year off with the mess, and you ended up in the mess.
Those who laugh first, laughs last, laughs first and last name, middle initial.
Like, you started off all the mess.
Amen.
And you know, it is what it is,
Same
bro.
thing that make you laugh, make you cry.
It is what it is. But let's get to one of our topics. NFL mini camp.
Let's get to it.
Has started, man, and some storylines of mini camp.
Yeah.
One storyline that I heard, and I saw some clips, saw some things. Not take too much in the mini camp because you know it's training camp, but
yeah.
Two things I'm taking. I saw some of them Shadua throws. He looks really good.
Yeah. I saw some armchair quarterbacks critiquing him for, you know, he still look like he floats back in the pocket when he's, you know, just to put some arc on his throw.
I saw some dimes.
Yeah. Then
one of them corner touchdown passes was like, tight coverage, perfect pass.
Again, you wouldn't surprise me. I don't think the talent was ever a question. At least for me, talent was never a question. But, you know, there's, you know, it's just mechanics at this point. Who and what quarterback came into the league with just squeaky clean mechanics?
But I don't even think his footwork was that bad.
He can always use some sharpening.
I see some sharpening, but I didn't see the whole floating away from. I saw him run a good under center.
Mm-hmm.
Got away,
which he wasn't asked of much.
Wasn't asked, exactly. Got away, threw some nice passes.
Right.
Not see people gonna say I'm contrarian, but I saw the other quarterback they picked though too.
Dylan.
Some of them shits look like ducks.
Pun intended.
Yeah, but like, am I tripping or did you see them too?
Yeah, I saw
some of them throws look flat, real lobbish. It got there, but it took a minute.
Again, I think his calling card, speaking of Dylan right now, his calling card was always like he can get the ball out on time or on schedule. And even the offense they ran at Oregon was on schedule. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wide open offense though. So like,
I mean, as far as their passing game,
is quick, a lot of quick game, wide open.
Yeah,
get the ball to the playmaker, let the playmaker make the rest of the plays.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions. I haven't seen it said it's just mini camp. That's what I'm saying. Mini camp storyline. I have questions about him really making that cross, that like that out route to the hash. I got questions that he can make that throw.
You don't think he has the arm?
I don't think he can put enough zip on the ball to get that ball there. But
it's one of the toughest. It's one of the toughest pro league throws.
But that's what separates a pro from you know, an average person. Like,
agreed.
No hate. I mean, the one thing I do hate that I like Stefanik and the GM will not talk about Shador. So now, like, it's just solidified for me the owner made this pick. That's solidified that the owner made this pick. You didn't want to take Shador. The owner made you take Shador.
Right.
And like my thing now is like Aaron Berry. I think that's his name. Aaron, what is his name?
Andrew Berry.
Same thing. He won't be there much longer.
I got your back.
So he said as a comment that Joe Flacco is not there to bring along the younger quarterbacks. He's there to win the job. We got a QB staff and coaching staff that's supposed to do that. What quarterback have y'all developed? And why would Joe Flacco not be there? Yes, you can win the job, but also y'all know he's not the future. The comments like that make me wonder.
No vision.
What's your goal? Because if your goal to think that Joe Flacco's gonna make it all 17 games, that's crazy. He's like no shade to Joe Flacco. He won the championship. He's good. He can stand in the pocket and is upright. But if he get hit a couple times, he ain't gonna make it the whole year. The Colts wanted to do it. They knocked him out. He got knocked out the game.
Mm-hmm.
All reason why Anthony Richardson hit the field again.
Right.
I personally think I don't see your vision. I like Joe, but I always said it's between Joe and Kenny, and whoever don't win got to go. But like for you to say that Joe is not there to help along, how you got that old of a quarterback there not there to help along? He's not your long-term plan.
And that's where I'm about to jump into. That when I say like no vision is kind of stemming from like, do you think Joe is like your franchise quarterback moving forward? Now that comment that we said Andrew Berry issued that comment,
something like that.
Okay,
I mean, he made the comment, but
Kevin Stefanski.
No, Andrew Berry made the comment.
Okay. So in either situation, that comment is usually reserved for like franchises that have quarterbacks already that's completely locked in, set it in the ink, set it on fire, throw it away. Like, so whether you're the Chargers, the Chiefs, Packers, like if you got a solidified starter who you're gonna base your franchise around, that's usually where you say, hey, this young quarterback or this quarterback that I'm gonna grow up my franchise with, he's not here to bring along the backups, which rightfully so. Rightfully so. They still very young, still got so much development doing. Like we just mentioned with Shador, that or with Dylan, like, hey, you still got mechanics to refine that usually don't get worked out until like year 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? They still got some growing to do in their game. So ain't no reason why they should be setting time aside to bring along the backup quarterbacks. But that's not what you have here in Joe Flacco. Hell, or in Kenny Pickett to be determined.
It would make more sense if
it was Kenny Pickett because he's still a little bit younger.
Yeah, he's still a little bit younger. Yeah.
But Joe Flacco, that's not who you got. No. And it's the same. You know, I will understand if you said that along the lines with Aaron Rodgers too, because again, these are 10-year quarterbacks. By all means, we not passing notes in the quarterback room. That's not what we brought here to do. I know my job. I know what I was brought here to do. Let me do my job unimpeded. But in the case of the Browns, you still trying to have a quarterback battle. If not between
a quarterback right now battle, you got a quarterback for the future.
Exactly. I'm saying whether if you want to make it into tiers, whether it's Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, and in the second tier is Shador and Dylan, how you gonna set your roster up? But you still don't have no vision.
Obviously, not going back to Sean. You're not going back to Sean. I'll be surprised if you go back to the Sean.
Again, this was a problem from the get-go. You got 5 quarterbacks in your quarterback room. 2 were drafted.
Well, one you can't cut. He can make too much money.
Makes too much money.
Yeah.
You know, so again, this entire plan since the draft has kind of left all of us scratching our heads. It's like, exactly what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Now, if Deshaun is that mentor, being that he's, still rehabbing and whatnot, if he's that mentor for the youngins, get it. Hey, bro, your checks are already cashed. Go for it. You make entirely too much money. You know you ain't going nowhere. So you might as well sit in the sideline, cash your check, and help the youngins get up. But outside of that, I don't really see the vision here. Yeah. I can't say it for sure because y'all don't even know what y'all gonna do.
No. That's just one storyline. The other storyline, some things that I heard that what's the boy name? Travis showed some versatility on both sides of the ball. They said he looked good. I said it's just mini camp. Everybody's not there. But they said he looked really good on both sides of the ball. The one big story that was surprised to me was your boy Will Shepherd.
Oh yeah,
failed the physical, so they didn't sign him in Tampa Bay.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So.
Sheesh. Yeah, come on, youngin.
He failed the physical, so it could not have been something he did. It might have been something they saw like a lingering long-term injury.
Oh yeah,
something they might thought would have been like chronic, but yeah, he looks they didn't sign him with the Bucks. Jimmy Horn looks good in Carolina.
That's gonna be one of
I heard McMillan looks good too.
I was gonna save that. I was gonna save that note too, but since we're here, let's talk about it. He's already drawing some big praise. Jimmy Horn. Speaking of Jimmy Horn, drawing some big praise.
Don't understand why he got drafted so low, but
well, again, we can have that conversation all day. The same way, they can miss on a quarterback evaluation. I think sometimes our eyes can, or the way we watch football, making different from where somebody else watch football. Some people are just stat warriors. What have you done? What there's RAS score is, what their productivity I can't talk today. Productivity has been in the last 3-4 years they've been in college. All that mean not. I think anytime me and Ann gather around the TV on Saturdays, it was like, okay, hey, at least when he played, it was like, hey, this kid can play.
Yeah,
this kid can play. And anything you're doing off season is just verifying what you saw in season.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no surprise. And he was very much spoke about during our pre-draft coverage. It was like, hey, Jimmy Horn is a name to know.
Yeah.
At least just between us, it was like, hey, he's a name to know. So the fact that he's going down to Carolina, and he's certainly gonna get an opportunity.
No, most definitely. If the coaches are smart, but that's
to be revealed too. So. But again, if you getting a lot of praise now, again, I know we're talking about the T-shirt Olympics right now. Them kids ain't nothing them but like helmets, jerseys, shorts at this moment. No real contact has been done. We'll check back during training camp time. But at this moment, he looks sharp.
Yeah.
He looks sharp. On time, hands look good. Catches across the middle, no fear. Again, everything that we saw in season is still consistent going out through this mini camp period during NFL season or off season, excuse me. So then you add into the factor of McMillan.
Yeah, are you looking real good? Is every looking over here at the Kentucky Derby? Better get back to fighting for a job.
Say again, you guys between McMillan, Horn, Leggett, Thielen's still there, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know that many people who's going to sit there and say, hey, damn, man, we should get Leggett on the field if you're getting production, at least from I just said their name. At least from Thielen, Horn, and McMillan turns out right.
Yeah.
All you want them to do, especially wide receiver in the top 10, all you want to do is prove you right.
Yeah.
Just prove me right.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be, breaking Odell records and then just prove me right. And if you establish an early connection with Bryce Young, again, this is all for the betterment of Bryce Young too, who took steps forward at the end of last season.
Yeah, he did.
So if all this proves itself right and we're even, we're still right there at the end of the season in the NFC South, it paid off. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like showing promise. The big mini camp story is not even really do a mini camp. That Saturday, Derek Carr announced he was going to retire. I guess that shoulder was, even with surgery, would have got worse. And, he done played a lot of years, made a lot of money, decided to call it quits on the Saints. So now, where do you go from here? My thing is, like, everybody was saying it's a competition, but you drafted Tyler Show. He's 27. He ain't got much time to sit and wait. In my eyes, ain't he?
You're not wrong, brother. Go ahead.
Like, how much longer he gonna wait?
Hey, man.
And I do see what I see is that Spencer Rattler probably gonna be the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
But if Spencer Rattler beats out Tyler Show, then that second round pick was horrible.
Hold on. Let me give you some pushback here. Because keep in mind, we are talking about a second round pick. All right, so is the expectation now that second rounds are starters?
The expectation is if a 6th round joker from last year or 7th round joker from last year that you went and thought you still need another quarterback because you thought Derek Carr was going to come back and put in his age, if he doesn't beat out Spencer Rattler, that's a problem.
I don't think that's fair. I'm gonna give you some pushbacks. You ain't just talking about any regular 6th, 7th. I forgot what round Spencer Rattler was drafted in.
I understand. It's nothing to do against Spencer Rattler talent.
But also he played meaningful minutes last year.
He did. And I thought he played well for the circumstances.
Yeah, he got good burn last year. Again,
exactly.
I mean, he got
But you said but in their eyes, they needed the quarterback to back up Derek Carr.
So much so that you picked the second round pick.
You picked the second round pick. And you picked the big, tall, supposedly strong-arm guy from Louisville that got injury problems. And he's 27. How much longer can he wait?
Okay,
So say Spencer Rattler play next 2 years. You're talking about letting Tyler Show play when he's 29? First time getting on the field at 29?
Well, I mean, if you address it as
overvalued.
Such, if you address it, no, hold on. But if you address it as such as a quarterback battle, then everything's fair and even, right?
You're talking about the battle. I'm talking about the overvaluation of the pick and who you picked.
Again, I'm gonna give you some pushback because just last year we had a what? How old was Bo Nix? 25?
And what
24, 25?
But what did Bo Nix do?
He started.
Exactly. Damn near won Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah, no question.
If Jaden Daniels wasn't around, he would have won Rookie of the Year, right?
No question.
So he started.
No question.
At the second round pick. First round pick. His first round pick.
Yeah.
He started, right?
As a first round pick.
At his age, right?
At a first round pick.
So the value of that pick makes sense now.
Yeah.
You hit.
On a first round
pick.
The
Broncos hit. Sean Payton hit, right?
On a first round pick, yes.
Thank you. The second round pick that you got, that you needed the quarterback, right? You said you needed the quarterback.
Correct.
You picked the oldest motherfucker that was there. That's what I'm saying. The evaluation of the pick was too high. Because if you, and they had when they picked him, they expect him to beat out Spencer Rattler. They're going to expect him to beat Spencer Rattler. They expected him, it was going to be Derek Carr and Tyler Schultz will sit behind Derek Carr for maybe a year. If Spencer Rattler beats him out this year, that means that you didn't need to draft a quarterback that high.
I don't believe necessarily so.
Because let's put it like this. I'm just you're looking at the like the pick.
Yeah.
You're looking at he's the second round quarterback.
Yes.
You look at him. I'm talking about him. I'm not talking about you think I'm playing a joke. I'm talking about him, right? New York Jets could have picked the quarterback in this draft, right?
Agree.
But they didn't because they felt like Justin Fields was better than almost any other quarterback in this draft. So that's why they went and got Justin Fields.
They had their starter.
Thank you. They went and got a young. When you get a young quarterback, when you have a young quarterback, you're always evaluating him to the next draft class, right? You felt like you didn't have a quarterback to back up Derek Carr. You felt like that's why you picked him in the second round. You didn't felt because if you did, you wouldn't have picked all that as much help that damn team needs. You wouldn't have picked the quarterback in the second round.
That's where I'm gonna agree with you. In the essence of like you felt so much that you needed a quarterback
in the second
round. Now, comparison to what next year's draft class looks like. Again, these are all year by year comparisons.
I'm saying, but I'm not taking next year's draft class out. I'm saying you felt so strong. That team is trash. Even New Orleans Saints fans will say that. No, that team is bad. Besides Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave, like that team is older. They got big contracts and they're bad. They rebuild. They're gonna have to rebuild.
Yeah, they're financial.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. You took a quarterback in the second round because you said over every other position that we need, defensive pass rusher, secondary help, linebacker help, out of all the aging positions where you could have got like younger at offensive line, tight end, anywhere, right? Yeah. You went and got Tyler Show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying that this guy valuation on this guy, he's going to be our quarterback of the future, right? Right.
In the second round, I don't know if you put in that much.
A second round pick is a high pick to be missing on.
I understand that, but I'm saying, are we putting the expectation on the second round pick to be a starter?
Yes. If your main starter went away, so this year Derek Carr played, what would he have been? What would Tyler Show would have been?
Oh, if Derek Carr plays, he's looking at like first shot at being the back, like the first.
He's QB2.
His first backup, yeah.
He's QB2. And Spencer Rattler and other joke have been fighting for a job.
Yeah.
Or probably end up on the practice squad.
Yeah.
So now y'all going into a competition. If somebody beats him out for that job, when you thought that you didn't have a good backup already, that's a problem. And then it's compounded. The problem is even more compounded that you drafted the oldest one.
Let me add one note here. So don't we also believe that quarterback is a position that if you don't have one, you keep drafting one till you get your guy?
That's stupid.
How not? If you going years and years and years and
Well,
years
then, like,
again,
but then if you're missing that much, then maybe your evaluation is wrong.
Maybe you ain't got good evaluators. We can stay here all along.
The Giants been missing. Y'all didn't miss. Carson Wentz worked out for the little while he did.
And then
y'all got Jalen.
Perfect example. And then we still drafted Jalen. Coming off I think that was a 2017 season, 2018 season.
In what round?
Second round.
So, to be what?
Again, that's what I'm saying. It's a perfect example. Yeah. He wasn't drafted to be a starter.
Yeah, exactly. What was he drafted?
Carson was to be Carson Wentz was still going to be a starter.
You're about to make my point. So he was drafted to be what? A backup.
Correct.
Just in case Carson Wentz flooded, because somebody saw some shit in that room that knew that Carson Wentz went like that. But as soon as Carson Wentz went down and his confidence went away, and he started playing bad, did anybody else jump ahead of Jalen Hurts?
I think Nick Foles was still there.
Nick Foles was there. Y'all won a championship with Nick Foles. Right. Jalen wasn't there yet.
That's what I'm getting confused about the years.
Yeah, Jalen wasn't there yet. When Jalen was there, Nick Foles started going. Y'all still had what? Nate Stubblefield or something like that.
Nate
y'all played him one game.
Sutfield, yeah.
Y'all played him one game, and then Jalen got on the field. It never looked back, right?
Right.
So Jalen was really QB2. Y'all drafted him to be QB2, right? I'm saying with Tyler's show, and then he could turn out to be good. You know what I'm saying? He got
you reserved the right to be wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to reserve the right to be wrong. But I'm saying with Tyler's show, if you treat him like Bo Nix was treated coming out the draft, you can't wait. He can't. It ain't no much time more to wait. So if Spencer Rattler beat you out, we fucked up. We over evaluated. Because if Spencer Rattler could have beat him out, I could have got a Jalen Milroe and develop a younger quarterback and have him ready. You got a 27-year-old quarterback, a rookie.
Fact. Ooh, here's.
So if Spencer Rattler beat him out, then next year you need to go get a quarterback, or Spencer Rattler gonna be your guy.
You're stuck. Here's where I agree with your point in this. If you're wrong about Tyler's show, and again, I hope we're saying his last name right, but
with as much as that team needs,
and you blew a second round pick on a fail. But even in that, I still can't give, because again, the draft is an inexact science, bro. It is. You don't know what you get. You evaluate. No,
I'm not saying that is wrong for the fail. I'm saying that you got to acknowledge it's a fail.
Oh, agreed.
Ain't no more waiting. Yeah. If Spencer Rattler, so this is what I'm saying. This is another thing, right? If Spencer Rattler beat out Tyler Show, and Tyler Show was not even nowhere near as good as Spencer Rattler, where Spencer Rattler stays on the field all year, but you don't like where you at with quarterback Spencer Rattler, you got to go get a quarterback again next year. Does that mean you just got a second round pick?
This is what I keep. That's what I'm saying. But not like, even, you draft QB till you get your guy.
That's what I'm saying is,
and that's flawed.
I'm saying like,
because the team don't get better.
You don't have time to develop him
again. Yeah.
So
agreed.
You could have, if he couldn't be out, I could have waited or got somebody younger because Jalen was still on the board. Will Howard was still. I'm gonna tell you,
still on the board.
Shador was still on the board. Like I said, this draft for quarterbacks was crazy to me because I think Will Howard and Kyle McCord should have went before some of these other quarterbacks went. But you drafted a 27-year-old. You drafted a finished product almost. Ain't much development left to do. How much more you gonna change the stripes? That's why Bo Nix is who Bo Nix is. You know what Bo Nix strength is. You know what Bo Nix weakness is. Put him out there. Play damn good football. Surprise the hell out of me. Right? Success. If Jaden wasn't as great as he showed last year, you still be able to live with that because he's still young. When you're going to draft these older guys that's coming out to play quarterback,
they better be ready to go.
Any older guy, any older linebacker, they better be ready to go.
Ready to go.
You know, like my man from Oklahoma. I can't remember what team he went on. What's my man's name? The linebacker. Stutzman? Yeah.
New Orleans.
Ready to go. I think that's great. I think you plug and play. Older dude. Plug in. He ain't old as Tyler, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The number 27 years old.
27 is wild,
stuck in my
right?
head. But here's also the point, is that if I'm kind of teetering the fence. Now you got me kind of teetering on my point. It's like, yo, if you're not ready year one, it's a fail. But in the other case, we wouldn't say that about a quarterback. We wouldn't say, hey, if you drafted a round one quarterback,
it's not even about being ready year one though. Him. My thing is,
if you don't see the potential,
your starter retired.
Mm-hmm. Unforeseen. They
couldn't see that. This guy, I don't care what they say, they deemed him better than any other quarterback. They drafted second round because they deemed him better than any other quarterback on their depth chart, besides Derek Carr. Derek Carr retired. If you don't see the field this year, because Kellen Moore looks and say Spencer Rattler is way better than you, you got to chalk that second round pickup like, damn, we effed up. If he don't never see the field, because the team ain't gonna be good.
This is my point. Like, what is the evaluation based on? All right, like you actually said it earlier. Like, hey, look, the team is bad. Spencer Rattler could just be looking bad because the team is bad.
The team is
Tyler
bad.
Shuck could be looking bad because the team is bad.
You can see glimpses. You would put him out there and see some stuff.
That's a goalpost move.
You can put him out there and see some stuff. Bro, you can't. How much longer you gonna wait?
I understand that point. You are already dealing with an abbreviated career span. Agreed. Won't take that from you. But also, we wouldn't have these expectations on any round one, round two, round three player at any position. If you falter year one, that doesn't mean it's an end all be all. One of your early picks back when we was, still running around in the college dorms, Devontae Adams, he canceled out his, year one, year two. Then
okay. So now you're conflating my points. Faltering, I don't care if they falter. What I'm saying is, if in practice he can't beat out Spencer Rattler, it's not about like what he shows in the game. If the coaches feel like he's not better than him, because there's no reason not to play him now. There's no reason to sit him now. Why are you sitting him?
Because he's not better than Spencer Rattler.
That's a problem. That means you over-evaluated. I mean, that's too high of a pick for him. He wasn't really a second-round pick.
Again, that's with the understanding that you think second-round picks should be starters.
No, not be starters, but they should be better than my 6th-round pick from last year.
Who had in-game experience. I'll tell you this. Would you take it's the same, if I had to use a very loose analogy here, as a manager, hiring manager, would you take an MBA straight out of college, or would you take someone that went to they got their associates but already been working in that same field or industry field, and they're applying for the same position?
The interview process. If I ask you work study stuff, and I can see the MBA person got talent to show me that they know what they're doing, just they don't know my system, then I'll take the person that got the actual expertise from studying, because sometimes that's a different. I'm going to a different management part, but I'll take that expertise and somebody that's maybe setting their ways and learn ways from a different manager.
Bad habits, got you. So
my thing with Tyler Show is I don't care how he looks in the game during the season. He's a rookie. The team is bad, but in practice and in training camp, we're looking at throws, we're looking at like schedule stuff.
Man of the team.
If you can't never touch the field because Kellen Moore just can't do it, pull the trigger, and they say Spencer Rattler is better, that's a problem. Unless Spencer Rattler is knocking it out the park. That's a problem because not only did you draft him as the second pick, you also drafted a 27-year-old quarterback.
Window.
You're not drafting a Shador, let's say Jalen Milroe. You ain't drafting nobody that's 23, 24 or younger. Drafted an older quarterback. Now it's a big thing with Bo last year. They said Caleb had the most talent. Caleb was considered the most talented as far as arm skill and everything. That Jaden had the most upside. And Bo was considered the quarterback that was the most finished product. Sean Payton drafted him to put him on the field
because he was ready to go.
Ready to go. And we got to see.
Yeah, again, this is all like wait and see because he may come out and start putting belt to ass, and again,
I don't see. I think Spencer Rattler gonna be their best option to win.
We don't know.
Because
again, it proves just if you're wrong, you wasted a second round pick, which is a premium pick. I'm being facetious at this point. A second round pick is a premium pick. I'm not gonna take that away
especially
from you.
On a team, ain't like you was like a team
that doesn't need help.
Just need the quarterback. Like again, you was on a team that needed.
Going back to the Jalen Hurts comparison that we used earlier, we're just coming off a championship team.
Yeah, y'all team was loaded still.
Right. So there wasn't that much help needed, but with the Saints, it's clear you need help.
And I don't know, and then we can go move on to something else. With the Saints, I don't know what like. Just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, and I know Alvin Kamara is your guy. Only person I'm keeping is Chris Olave, and maybe some offensive linemen if they're young. I don't know their whole squad.
Yeah, they
drafted. I'm gonna go get what I can for Alvin Kamara. Cam Jordan, is he still in the Saints? He retired. No, Cam Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Some of these jokers, like you gotta offload these contracts.
Hey, just read up Chase Young.
Like you gotta. Wow.
Keep going, bro. Hey, but
talk about somebody that got tapped. Never mind. We don't gotta get
go ahead, bro.
Yeah. But when you brought the Devontae thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing I always said about Devontae, he was dropping the ball. It was hard paying for Aaron Rodgers because what they expected you to do. But everybody said when it clicked for this guy, like the talent was undeniable. Even when he was making all them drops, he was open.
He was getting open.
And then when it clicked that year too, and he had like 950, almost a little over 1,000 yards. I kept saying, I said, yo, he is the most talented one. Same way I feel right now about Jalen Reed for the Packers. I think he's the most talented one. Now, I mean, they drafted a lot of receivers, so you might be out of here. But but I his talent is under when he's healthy and playing.
Yeah,
his talent is under like he's up there. Kind of like how I felt about Nico. I kept telling people 2 years ago. I said, "Hey, this boy right here, the truth." Like Nico's like that. Sometimes even in pitfalls and not playing well, sometimes you get the talent sparks itself a little bit. Kind of starting to feel that way about Anthony Richardson.
Big example, right? So you got Anthony Richardson. What he went top 5, top 10.
Yeah, but they knew he was
top 10.
I hate how the coach treating it. They knew what they was getting.
They knew they had a project.
And now they trying to act like, oh, we didn't know
if you don't beat Daniel Jones, then he's a.
Like you knew what you was getting. The boy played 1.5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's to that point. It's like, nah, we're gonna bring us some competition. Let's get Daniel Jones in here and let's shake the roster up. It's like, all right, man, you either gonna commit or not.
You knew what you was getting.
My pop say shit or get off the pot, man.
But you knew what you was getting.
But that's the thing with Tyler Show. Maybe they know what they getting.
Be a finished product. If Kellen Moore think he has to develop a 27-year-old quarterback, you might as well fire him.
Yeah. You better, cancel Christmas. If you think you still got some development to do, watch out.
Fire that man today.
Watch out.
Cause that's bro. That's on some. But you know what I'm saying? NFL training camp about to start. Some good battles looking at. It's still like some other people I want to look at. I really like what the Patriots did. Like I done been on record. I think they got the best player out the draft. Hands down. I think he comes in staple at left. I know it's a lot, and you probably look at me crazy. Is giving Joe Thomas vibes. Oh. Let's think of hear me out though. Hear me out.
That's crazy.
Hear me out. He got more swagger because he's from Louisiana. But Joe Thomas was good in high school, great in high school.
Yeah.
Great in college.
I know the story. Yeah.
Great in pro. Will Campbell, one of the best players ever come out of Louisiana. Great at LSU.
He just turned up at LSU. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. He was great. He was really good.
He was good.
Yeah. He had all kind of offers. Nick Saban, everybody was offering him. Turned up at LSU. Sometimes, and it might not go, but he's gonna lock down that left side for years to come, barring injuries. I think He got the nastiness to him. He got the swagger to him, and he got the competitive. Like when he said, "Hey, you give up 1 sack a game, you packing boxes for FedEx." I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? DN get 1 sack a game, they getting the Hall of Fame stuff. I like that competitiveness. Yeah. I like the competitiveness of that whole LSU line. Because Emory Jones, hey brother, I like his competitiveness too.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to see what the Patriots look like because I think that team is ready for next year. If Drake is really like, hey, if Drake don't work out, we might have to get a quarterback next year because we done built the team.
We scratched. I think in opposite of the Saints, they actually put their money where their mouth is, where they built up that defensive line, added some resources to that offensive line with your boy, and some other additions as well.
When he got Travion.
We asked Stephon Diggs during the offseason, double spin the block during the draft process. We got my boy Kyle Williams.
Still got Hunter Henry.
You know what I mean? So it's like now,
Drake, man, we gave you everything.
Now the class gets to look back at the teacher like, hey, look, this is what we did. Show me what you got. So now we're looking for that year 2 step. Like, did you take a leap? Excuse me. So very opposite situations to where like, hey, they could be ready to fight. They got something to fight with. Yeah.
Barring injury.
You know what I'm saying? And also they could have done this with old boy while he was still the head coach. We ain't gonna go back there. But hey, you chose your wagon. Let's ride out.
That's right. Yeah. All right, man, let's get right into the next topic, the NBA playoffs, man. You know, on this podcast, we do talk all sports. But sometimes we kind of miss out on basketball sometimes. And I think some reason why we weren't talking about it because other things were taking the headlines too. And I think I know why. A lot of these teams are not big. It's not that many big market teams left.
That does hurt.
You got Cleveland, Indiana.
Lakers got Clippers.
New York and Boston is huge.
Mm-hmm.
You got Nuggets, OKC.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Golden State, Minnesota. So like Golden State, big market, but Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how the headlines get dominated so much because you don't have no LA team in there. You don't have a team from Texas in there. You know, well, that's about it. But
right,
you know what I'm saying?
And then you got like add like some historical context to it, not like those classic rivalries of, that's been brooding for years and years to come, where it's like, oh, the return of this or these two are about to face off. It hasn't been built to that point yet. So again, you got, I won't call them low, but mid-tier markets squaring off against each other.
Yeah, mid-sized markets. Yeah.
And so it's don't really know what I'm tuning into yet. But I would say this: the intensity is up.
Yeah.
All the rumors, all the the barbershop talk about things increase or the game takes on another speed when it goes into the playoffs has been true in this case.
Yeah.
Playoffs have been physical.
Yeah.
We started to see blood, elbows. We really starting to see guys like really sky for rebounds, really chase down it. Intensity is up. And that's all we ask for. I think that's all any NBA fan could ask for is like, bro, we don't really see this during the regular season. We got to wait till, late spring, early summer to really see things kick up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the chips really matter. The chips are all in on the table and they matter.
Yeah.
So let's see something kick up. And they haven't let down from that standpoint.
Nah. So the series that caught my eye the most, now we in the conference semifinals, is the Celtics Knicks, because the Knicks went to Boston and won both games.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of got the ass kicked Saturday in Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
but I don't know. This, the Celtics Knicks series, it's just about, I don't understand how the Celtics be this tall of a team and want to shoot threes all day long. Like I get it. 3 is more than 2, but if you're missing, what does it take getting to the bucket, posting somebody up, getting the mid-range jumper, like getting the flow and then going back to the threes? I mean, you got a 6'7", 6'8" Tatum, a 6'7", 6'6" Jaylen Brown. You got Porzingis. I mean, you got scorers that can get inside And I think that's how they blew them 20-point leads. You know what I'm saying? Shoot too many threes and not really, when you shoot a lot of threes, sometimes you're going to miss. And here go the Knicks. Just keep playing. Knicks are never going to stop playing. They're going to keep playing hard, keep playing. And then next thing you know, that 20-point lead is down to 5. You know what I'm saying? So the Knicks still are in the driver's seat even after that loss. They win one of these games. If they win another game, if they win this next game, I think that's on Monday, I want to say. Don't get me lying. Yep, on Monday. I think the series is over. Celtics got to win these next 2 games. Because there's no way you go down 3-1 and got to beat the Knicks 3 times. That's a hard thing to do.
Well, I think you still even bet so still in MSG come Monday. So let's say you take one there. You gotta, and that's gonna be a proven point or a point that I was gonna bring up later is that stealing games on the road have been mattering, have been kind of swaying a lot of these games recently. Everybody done stole one.
Yeah.
In all the series. Everybody stole one. So
but they stole 2.
Say which hurts having to go back on the road. But can you keep that same level of intensity? Or that they dropped a bomb on them. Was it last night or on Saturday?
Yeah.
So they dropped a bomb on them. But even then, can you bet on those same things happening? And you still bet on those threes falling? That was at Anthony's point. Can you still bet on getting to the free throw line as much as you have, getting in foul trouble, all those things that mattered in game 3? Can you bet on that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it consistent? Who knows? But I don't know if that's going to maintain a 2-1, or excuse me, in their case, going up 2-0 for the Knicks meant a lot. Meant a lot. It set a damn good precedent to where I think they already on their heels. To Anthony's point, where they can still, they mess around, lose another, go 3-1 back to Boston. Ooh,
it's rough.
Nasty.
Yeah, it's rough. You might not, you know what I'm saying? You might not, hard to win 3 games in a row. So the Knicks are still in the driver's seat. And then on the East, you also got Cleveland, Indiana. Looking at this game now, look like unless something crazy happened, like Indiana about to go up 3-1 on them. I don't know. Cleveland, I know they're number 1 seed, but I never felt like Cleveland was like a true championship contender. Never felt it.
But what do you think is mattering the difference here? For the Pacers series that, it's just looking kind of like outmatched where you are about to go, like Anthony said, you're about to go up 3-1 here. You think Miles Turner may kind of just playing on a different speed right now?
The Cleveland team just looks, it just don't look, they look like they're a good regular season team. Sometimes when they slow down and stuff, in this show with Donovan Mitchell, the Utah Jazz, sometimes when they slow down, that shriekiness of Donovan Mitchell taking all them shots, sometimes it goes in and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes he gives you 40, sometimes he gives you 20 off 40 shots. Like, that hurts you in the playoffs when every possession matters. So I just had to see at first Indiana, they just got so many scorers with Siakam and then Halliburton dishing out, playing good, playing true point guard where he don't have to score every night. They just got so many guys that can shoot. And then sometimes when it comes to like Cleveland, everybody's looking around waiting for Donovan Mitchell to save them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I got on that.
Well, I know one series that I've been kind of like keeping my eye on is the Warriors and Wolves series.
Yeah.
Very much so. This is like Ant-Man. Ant-Man has been, you got the chance to clip the Lakers in the first series. Now you're moving on to Mr. Wardell.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out. I think he was out this entire series besides game 1.
Yeah, he missed. No, after he was game 1 and game 2. I think he missed game. No, he missed game 2 and game 3.
Yeah. So with that in mind, they said they're not predicting him to be back until game 6, I believe the report was earlier today.
Sad.
This might be hung up before then. Is my point.
It won. It's 2-1.
Yeah,
they'll go to game 6, but it might be. It's gonna be.
But again, just what like I said, I've been keeping my eye on
They
it.
go 5. They don't gotta go 6.
It will require a 30-point game and like I think Buddy Hill had 25, 28.
That one game, but then Jimmy been playing well. Kaminga came off yesterday in the loss, and I think they lost yesterday. Kaminga had 30 in that loss. They gotta have Steph though.
Yeah, but they had to be like super aggressive with those touches. I think like again that urgency just picked up for all of them. And again, it doesn't help when like when Moody or Draymond Green get fouled out neither, because then like it's like all right, bet put Rudy in. Now you just got Rudy Gobert in there going crazy when both of them get fouled out.
They don't have enough scoring though, because then like as starters, you got of course you got Buddy who's streaky. You got Jimmy Butler who's gonna give you buckets. You got Draymond out there who's really not gonna give you much.
Found out with 2 points.
Yeah, you're gonna give that what's the dude name? Brandon, whatever his name is, the number 2. He doesn't really give you much, but he plays a ton of minutes. Like where the bucket's coming from, when Steph's not there. That's the main thing. So that series, I think if Steph don't come back to game 6, it might be over by then. That's Buddy Hill gets hot again. He can help you get. He scores 25.
That's what I'm saying.
Kaminga gives you 25, and then Jimmy G 30 plus. That's really all you got. You know what I'm saying?
Again, you trying to replicate. Like everybody has to have like a superhero performance just to replicate production, just to stay in contention.
Yeah.
Just to keep things interesting is what I'm saying. It's like, damn. Or maybe we just not giving the Wolves that much. Like, oh my God, my boy for that just came from Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we kind of downsizing like his impact since he's been with the Wolves this year. Like, his game has been very complimentary to what Ant has brought.
Yeah, he's been balling in his playoffs heavy. So, in the last series is what? Who else is playing? OKC and the Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this series. It's back and forth.
They got their head rocked a couple nights.
They got beat on Thursday night horribly. Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I want to say horribly.
Head knocked off.
But then came back Friday, won, and then lost today. Series tied 2-2. This series could go 7, depending on who is hot, who's playing the best defense, what star is going to take over. So I think this might be the most competitive series out of all of them right now, because if the Knicks win again in Madison Square Garden on Monday, that series is basically over. 3-1, they're not winning 3 games. If Minnesota wins tomorrow, they're not winning 3 games. This series is over too. Once this game is over with Indiana, they win. They go up 3-1. You're not coming back from that. But so, this is looking like the most competitive series. It'll be back-to-back competitive series for the Nuggets, who had a 7-game series with the Clippers, and now you're gonna have another 7-game series. Look like with the Thunder. I'm saying that's the one I've been watching the most. It's the most exciting one for me. But yeah, I mean, Joker, the 2 MVP candidates going up against each other, SGA and Joker.
Yeah. I think Aaron Gordon is even in like he got the head blown off a couple days ago, but he's playing some damn good basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Threes. Again, yeah. Like this,
rebounds.
Really been picking up that third wheel there in Denver. So, it's going to go 7. It's going to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? It's been very intriguing. I don't think either team, I don't think you see any disadvantage coming from that series, that you just know when they go to the conference championship game next round, that it's going to be a clean slate. I don't see any brooms coming out the next round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we feel comfortable in this space. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, that like if the Wolves just emerge from this Warrior series with no significant injuries, whether it's OKC or Denver, we got a game on our hands. Feeling pretty good.
About what, the Wolves going to the finals?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't going that far.
Now, in spite of
I can't go.
In spite of whoever the hell comes from the East, I think the best series is going to be the Western Conference Finals. I don't care who's.
I don't know. Indiana balling right now, bro. Indiana is playing really good.
I'm saying, what's going to be the best series?
I'm
hoping for
Indiana or Boston or New York. Indiana play Boston or New York. I still think that's a really good series. I think it goes 6 games at least, close games. I think both Western Conference Finals, both conference finals have a chance to be good. I think. I don't know, because like if Boston wins, this might have been the wake up call they needed to wake them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But if they go down 3-1, it's gonna be hard for them to win. So if New York and Indiana got to play, that could be a really good series.
That game gonna be all heart. Nothing scintillating, but I think you get all that and then some. If you give me, my guess right now is Thunder and Wolves in the conference finals for the West, and that sounds like must watch TV to me.
SGA and Ant. That's a good one, but I can see Nuggets and Wolves. Like the Nuggets still are like the old guard of the West. Like,
yeah,
like we here. Like
they got some young, they got some gunners for OKC that just,
but they're still young.
But that's the thing about that the other night. I think you said Wednesday was that game. It was like when they was on, but they couldn't. They probably
they shut it down.
Yeah, it's like
Denver shut it down.
It's like, man, what the hell we watching? But now the Nuggets been in tough series before, so I ain't ready to count them out. Same with the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean they got to win. Celtics got to win on Monday. You don't win on Monday. 3 games in a row
the pressure's
is crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that happens that often. So, yeah. So let's go into our last topic. Canelo and Crawford is here. It's happening. September 12th. Don't quote me.
Yeah, we could very well.
In September. This is the fight that Crawford wanted. He's been cherry picking, bull crapping with the belt ever since. Ever since he fought Spence. This is the fight he wanted. I don't know why. I know Crawford has a lot of fights under his belt, but this is the fight he wanted. He talking real big. Canelo been active. That's my thing. Canelo been fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't been fighting.
He gotta get his weight up, and he gotta fight at that weight. You gotta train at that weight.
So
it's different than being a natural middleweight.
When the last time Crawford fought? Last year?
Yeah.
Your first fight of the year is gonna be against Canelo.
That's what he said.
And you only fought last year once?
August, yeah.
And the year before that, you fought once?
Yeah.
Against some scrubs?
Think he got too much. He got too much dip on his chin.
Like you ain't even like with Spence. At least you went and fought Sean, and before Sean, you fought Kale, and before Kale, I think you fought with Amir Khan or some shit like that.
Something whatever.
You're going in a fight with arguably the pound for pound.
I think he had Benavidez brother that.
Oh, the other one.
Benavidez, the younger brother, and one of those.
Jose.
In between one of those, yeah. Go ahead.
But you basically about to go fight pound for pound best boxer in the world right now. Off of fighting 2 mandatories, twice in 2 years, and you're going up 2 weight classes, right? They fighting this at middle. They're not even a catch weight. They ain't fighting this at super welter.
Man, you got to train at that weight, bro.
They fighting them at what's middle? 168.
Yeah, 68.
Go ahead.
You don't see it. Hey, And not for nothing, contrary to your belief, a lot of boxers have Crawford as a favorite in this one. They do. They see him being like a switch hitter, being, patient, counterpunching, all those things being an issue for Canelo.
What boxing people?
Old boy that just socked this. I mean, this is biased, but old boy that Canelo just socked out. He has him. Sugar Shane had him. Had Crawford. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Sugar Shane had him as a favorite. I think your boy Sean that you just mentioned, he had him as a favorite too.
Box.
What? They know they stuff.
This sound bad, right? This sound bad. It's gonna sound bad. I hate listening to boxers for takes on what's gonna happen in the fight, because the ones that give definite picks or like gives picks, most time are dead wrong. If you listen to the ones that actually commentate, right? They say, if this happened or if this goes this way, I can see that. I.e. how Andre Ward talks. I.e. how Timothy Bradley talks. I.e. how Roy Jones talks.
Yeah.
All them other cats talking about, oh, I got them favorite. No, like when you talk to real boxing like analysts or boxing, like I'll throw Max in there, and some other people in there. They don't really tell you who gonna win the fight. They're saying I can see this happening if this and happens. But such and such is the bigger fighter, so you never know because he's the counterpuncher. You know what I'm saying? Give me a real take. Don't just tell me you got him favored because that's your homie.
I'll give you another one. Boots dad, Bozy Ennis. He has Terrence Crawford as a favorite in this fight.
I gotta hear something.
But let me, and I'm gonna give you a little bit more context by just dropping his name just now. He said because Crawford can lay the groundwork by going to the body early. Now, if you do notice, which I do agree with his point here, not that many people not that many fighters spend that much time, laying the groundwork, going to the body early on Canelo because they feel like it's just a waste of time.
You got to get there.
But again, with Canelo is like, yeah, I'm just trying,
Canelo lures you in.
Trying, take my shots up here, trying to go for trying to return fire because that's all Canelo gonna give you. He's just gonna.
He's not your standard Mexican fighter. He's gonna come forward, but he's gonna lure you in. He's a counter puncher.
Yeah.
And so like anything people think about because he's a Mexican fighter, he's not like that. He's not a pit bull. He's not none of them jokers.
Yeah.
Canelo's gonna feint, you know what I'm saying? Let you come in and you throw your punch, he blocks, and hit you with 2 or 3.
But again, as a fighter, mentally, I don't want to compare it to battle rap, but a little bit. So as a fighter, if you fight Canelo, he just got off, a couple heavy shots on you in the arena. It's starting to sound like you're losing the fight. So automatically you're trying to return fire. Jab, hook, go, 3, 4, drop, maybe go for an uppercut here because you're trying to return fire, trying to pick up that momentum that you lost in the arena already. Mm-hmm. What Bozy was leading to is that not that many people start, try to start, a slow roll, go to the body early, get your points down there. Whereas Terrence will do that.
I never see so many people have faith in the smaller guy. I don't care. Terrence cut the crap talking about he the bigger guy. I don't hear that.
That's what they said.
I know that's what he said. Talking about somebody that fought at light heavy.
I get what you're saying, brother.
I know I'm saying like no people be my man.
No, I know Canelo went to one.
Lenny lying. Niggas be lying.
He's saying, I'm naturally a this weight fighter. I cut when I go to camp. This ain't gonna be a problem for me. I just need time to train at that weight instead of doing. Pretty much be saying instead of spending half my camp of half my camp of cutting weight, I'm just spending all training at this weight. And y'all should be afraid of that. That's what Crawford's saying. Y'all should be afraid of that. And yeah, I am the taller fighter. Canelo is shorter.
You're not no Bivol, dog.
But Canelo also fought tall. I don't even know why that's the point, because Canelo fought taller fighters all the time.
Exactly. And nobody's only person that
Bivol, Mungia, all them cats are taller than him.
Bivol boxed him. Do you think Terence Crawford is a pure boxer like Bivol? A pure jab guy?
No.
Exactly. So the only person I can compare this to is he's gonna try to come in there like Triple G did.
And try to bully him?
Huh?
And try to bully him?
Yes. I think Terence Crawford's gonna try to bully him.
He's too smart for that. I can't do that to him.
Then what option does he have? He's already saying he's the bigger guy. He's setting that precedent. He's saying he's the bigger guy. He's all this. I think Terence Crawford is gonna try to come in there like Triple G did. But I don't think Terence Crawford punches nowhere near as hard as Triple G does.
Oh, I don't see in no way in hell. Man, I can go on record on this. I don't see no way in hell this will be a stoppage. If it is, hey man, I'll shut up.
Maybe not a stoppage, but maybe like I said, I'm gonna be the more aggressive. I'm gonna be the bigger fighter. I'm gonna show him that I'm physically stronger.
But that's the thing. Again, it's kind of like with Tank. It's like when you go into the ring trying to prove a point, I feel like you already took a step back. If that makes sense. It's like I'm gonna prove that I'm the bigger fighter. I'm gonna prove that I'm just as strong. I'm gonna prove that I can do. We're not asking Canelo to prove shit.
And I just feel like the media is stoking the fire too, because a lot of disrespect to Canelo. Like he ain't that guy.
Yeah,
it's a lot of disrespect coming Canelo way. Like I'm not
declining.
Like I'm not that guy.
They saying he's declining, bro.
My man went and won the beat Sergey Kovalev and won the light heavyweight championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then went back to middleweight and undisputed again by whooping everybody else that had a belt. All of them, back to back to back. Like the resume is there.
Oh man, forget about it. I'm talking about
so what in Crawford resume and why is he the underdog? Why would people think he'll be the underdog? Y'all act like this dude ain't the pound for pound number one, a pound for pound great.
But if
Hall of Famer.
But if you look at Canelo's recent, I'm talking about recent fights.
When he look bad.
Recent fights. It's not that he looks bad, it's because the competition haven't been up to snuff. And you start to think because of his recent fights that they ain't world beaters or somebody that's that poses a threat. We're like, all right, well, he's cherry picking or he's picking fighters that he know he's gonna have an easy day with. Like this last his last fight.
But them contracts is crazy he's signing too though.
Bro, get your bread.
No, I'm saying he's signing contracts where like he has to stay active. Like he's signing like 5-fight, 6-fight deals still. And he likes to fight. Like the dude, all he does is train and fight.
Yeah.
And people say we're cherry picking, but I think he was kind of waiting. He didn't want to fight Benavidez. I'll give you that. But he was like, yo, I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to light heavy. I'm trying to run that Bivol shit back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to go undisputed. Let's run. I want to fight Bivol better be, but Bivol said he's moving up.
Yeah.
He's going heavy.
Out of here.
So
at least cruiser.
That's the only reason why this Crawford fight is happening. I mean, probably cruiser. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's probably why this Crawford fight is only happening. Because Bivol ain't trying to, run it back with Canelo.
But again,
with Crawford, now I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say this. With Crawford, at some point, they make weight classes for a reason. You started at lightweight, undisputed.
Crawford said, I ain't trying to hear that.
You went from lightweight to welterweight to super welter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Champion, even though you cherry picked the super welterweight championship. And you know what I'm saying? Welterweight, but never mind. I'm going to. We've been on this podcast before. Check the older podcast. But now you want to jump the middle with a man that has fought at 175 comfortably. I don't know, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot, and there's also a lot. You ain't even tune up for this. Like you ain't even go middleweight with somebody like a Charlo fight never happened, a Canelo fight, you didn't fight at middleweight. You didn't even give like a tune-up fight with some kind of former champion or former contender. You're just moving up the middleweight and fighting the best of the best.
Yeah.
Like the best in the world.
Yeah. Because I'm the best.
I think that's a miscalculation.
Went undisputed twice.
Yeah, at a lower weight class. But you ain't do that with welterweight. You went and got Jeff Horn belt. You ain't try to come over here to get the IBF from Earl early.
Yeah, but I saw Earl when I needed to, and what happened?
Nigga touched the bottom, bro. You know my man. You know my man Earl said, bro.
All I'm saying is, if you look at Canelo's, like, again, just keeping everything recent, his last 4 fights. Some could say, oh yeah, Canelo, he prepping for retirement. He looking for his way out. I'm gonna cash his last few checks.
Others will say,
I'm out of here.
Who else did a fight? But all he would be doing is rematches.
No. Because if that was the case, he would already ran it with Benavidez.
Would you have fought Benavidez? If you try to get that Bivol fight?
But it's either one or the other.
I think he was so focused on that Bivol fight, pissed him off. He only got, what, 2 L's?
Well,
Floyd and Bivol.
Okay.
He wants revenge for that L.
Yeah,
so he was like, I don't want to do anything to jeopardize me getting revenge for that L.
Oh, that Triple G was a draw. He had a draw with Triple G.
Draw with Triple G.
Okay.
Good that Triple G won that fight, but we got to talk about it
another time.
But like, I think he was so
agreed though.
Yeah. But I think he was so focused on, like, I don't want to do nothing to jeopardize this Bivol fight because they already peddling their feet. I want to be ready when this Bivol fight happened. And going and fighting this guy right now, I think he would have, if he got the Bivol fight and beat Bivol, I think Benavidez would have been up next. And after this Crawford fight, Benavidez might be up next. Because every nigga that y'all wanted Canelo to fight, he has fought him. Now, like, it might not have been in your timing, but he earns that right. Because he earned that right. But we be joking about him ducking smoke, but he ain't anybody y'all wanted him to fight.
Everybody got their ass whooped. Everybody that sent their ticket in.
Y'all wanted to see him and Caleb.
Got his ass.
There you go. That's too much, y'all.
That's my dog.
You know he slapped niggas too.
He do.
You know he slapped niggas. You better chill.
No, all I'm saying is
might be at the boxes. You might be at Keyshawn fight.
He said, keep it cute. Keep it cute.
Like, off the rip. I ain't saying Kenny said it.
That's foul. No, but one of the Charlo brothers was talking, not the one that he wanted to fight. He go down there.
The fight was made with that one though. He kept saying, Canelo, I want to fight.
Put hands and feet on that boy.
You know what I'm saying? Fight, fought his twin. Whooped his ass. That nigga ain't fought since.
That's a fact. Boy, still traumatized. But all them cats, Mungia, everybody that like whisper my name, hey bro, set a date. Set a date. I'm gonna fight you, but set a date. Don't start running. It's like I'm saying, his last fight, don't get in that bitch, start running. Because it's not entertaining. Y'all want me to fight the best of the best, and I'm trying to tell you I'm still active.
That's what I'm saying.
And
everybody, he earned the right to cherry pick. He's earned the right to cherry pick that has some. He's still active.
What's the point of being a top dog if I can't?
Yeah, I'm still active. But when it's time, when y'all want him to go back to middleweight and win on the championships, that man said, I'm gonna go back and win each one by one. They was his belts anyway because he relinquished them. He went back and won every belt one by one. Fought 3 times in 1 year.
My argument is, or my conversation is, what happens if he beats Crawford just like everybody else? Then what?
Then he might have a couple fights in between. Say, all right, Benavidez, what's up?
I'm not running shit. I just know if I'm Canelo, I ain't running nothing back. I ain't running nothing back.
All I want to see is Bivol or Benavidez and call it a day. Like if your last name stopping no B, I don't want to hear
it. Benavidez or Bivol, get your bitch ass out.
Like I think Benavidez just gotta wait his time. We need to sharpen up some skills. I think Canelo gonna make that fight happen. 2 Mexican fighters, he'll make that fight happen.
I think that's
maybe even if it's a farewell fight, he'll make that fight happen.
That's the lighting the cigar. Fat lady is singing. If there's a way to go out, that's the last.
That means you cemented like carrying generations.
Yeah,
of fighters.
Yeah, that's Riddick, Bowe, Evander. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that crossover from like, okay, it's the new guy.
Yeah. So, I don't know, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Man, like everybody got Crawford as a favorite. It's weird to me, bro. It's a lot of that's a lot of disrespect. That's disrespect. I know Canelo ain't an American fighter, he a Mexican fighter. I know Crawford fans really like.
Boy, you been in the States long enough to be.
I know what I'm saying, but I know Crawford fans are like Colt, like, but
yeah.
At the same time, y'all cats is disrespectful to like a legend. It's a Hall of Famer y'all talking about. Mm-hmm. Both of them are Hall of Famers, but talking about a dude with how many fights Canelo got?
60 something.
Yeah. With multiple world champions.
Yeah. Undisputed. All the buzzwords we like to say, he got them. Lineal, unified, undisputed,
Like, what we talking about, bro? Everybody's walking around with a middleweight belt now is because he relinquished them.
You're welcome.
Them all his belts. Barrios got one. Barrios got a junior welter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be fighting Pacquiao. That's crazy. It's a bag, though.
Boy, you can't let it go.
Boy, got a bag. Hey, keep a bag, Barrios.
But it's that what I say about Kambosos, and he got to fight too with Richard Hitchens. He's a you know what I'm saying. Richard Hitchens up there too. He ain't no slept on fighter. Keep a bad Kambosos, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get deep into it because we definitely gonna talk about why Devin fighting Garcia again. These light super, what is it, junior welter guys? What is it, junior welterweight guys?
Mm-hmm.
They starting to piss me off.
Gotta get
them 140 guys are starting to really
get his lick back, bro.
Are really them jokers? They are the most talented.
They are
non-fightingest.
They are annoying.
Talking the most guys I've ever seen in my life.
The loudest dudes. Yeah. Everybody else kind of go about their business.
Bro, it's crazy. They talk too much. Say, but like that, man. IDK Sports Podcast. Your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. It's my main man Kenny. Catch us every Monday, 5 p.m. All platforms. Till next time. I'll holler.